Ooh, recording in progress. Welcome, guys. Welcome to our Monday evening Monat opportunity call. Just so you know, we have these every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you are a guest on here and you're like, how the heck am I going to share this awesome business when I know nothing? We got you. This is where we hang out. This is what we do. This call is going to take about 20 minutes. We will answer questions at the end, but you are not obligated to stick around and stay. If you got your motors running and you're ready to go, like you can peace out and go, but we will stay until every question has been answered. I am so excited to introduce our very first speaker. She is going to come in here and share her story about, why is she here? Why is she doing this crazy? What started off as a hair game morphed into hair skin, now her hair skin wellness and all the whole entire body. Why did she say yes to it? So with that, I will ask you to unmute Larissa and give the people what they want.
Okay, hello everyone. How's it going? I'm so excited to be here speaking with you guys. So as Katrina said, I am Larissa Gertzen, and you might see a couple of Gertzes on this call because we do this as a family business, which is so exciting. And anyone who joins our team is now part of our family as well. So welcome to our family. So I started this business the first day we could possibly join in Canada, which is pretty exciting because we're kind of launching a new country right now, which, you know what, we launched Canada. So we got this in the bag. We're so excited. We're excited to give everyone the tools they need. But a little about me. So my beautiful sister came to me like June-ish, 2015. And she came to me, and so I was 25 at the time, didn't really care too much about anything else but work and family and my friends. And I didn't see any other way of life. I went to college, I did that thing. I got a job when I was 19. I worked the moment I got out of college, I actually started work the exact same day. So I was kind of the person who was like, you work hard, you get good things in life, right? So Katrina came to me in June 2015 and was like, hey, there's this like hair thing. Like, do you want to do it with me? And I was like, well, what is it? And she's like, well, I don't really know what it is, but I think there's the potential to make like an extra $1,000 a month. And I was like, ooh, that sounds amazing. Because one thing you know about me, I worked really, really hard, but my paycheck did not really equal what I wanted in life. And I was always told, you work hard, you get paid. And that has been my model since day one. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. August 1st, we signed up. We were like the first people in Canada to sign up, which is so exciting. And we're kind of leading the charge. And we killed it, you guys. We killed it. It was not easy at all. I went to work. Before I went to work, I worked Monat. But when I got home, I worked Monat. And that was my life for about 2.5 years when I started Monat. And me, my mom, and my sister all became very successful with Monat. But like to the eye of everyone else, no one really understands what success means in this business. So, at work, they'd be like, oh, how's that hair thing going? Like, oh, it's going great. Little do they know it's going really, really good. Okay. So I got promoted at my job, my corporate position, to like a really like high respected recruiter position, but it was very draining, long hours, all that kind of stuff. So it came to a point where I had to make a decision for like health reasons, mental reasons, time reasons on what the heck I was going to do in my life. And I think everyone comes to that crossroad at a certain point. And for me, it was difficult, but it could have been way worse. So I was able to kind of be like, okay, like this is ridiculous. I am working crazy hours at this job, not getting paid that great. Have now surpassed my paycheck at my Monat job than my corporate job. So I was making more doing Monat than I was at my corporate job and spending a lot less hours doing it. So I was like, hey, this is crap. why am I doing this? But I was like, I wanted to still, give it a shot in the corporate world. It was my life for 7.5 years. Like, I can't just give it up that easily. So I was like, I'm going to go just have a meeting with my boss and just express my concerns, even though they had been voiced a long time before that, but that's okay. So I booked a meeting with them. I sat down and I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore. I'm drained emotionally, physically. I have no extra time. I have no personal life. All I do is work for 14-hour days, 7 days a week, and the work is not all still getting done. So I need some help here. And it's so funny because there's moments in life when you just receive clarity. And there's this like brief second of my life where I will never forget it. And it's so crazy to think about how one man can totally change your life by just a couple words. And he looked me in the eye and he said, well, that's what you signed up for. And as a person who I am very like strong headed, and once you say something like that to me, there's no going back. Sorry, honey. Like, you just crossed a bridge you don't want to cross. But I'm also very respectable. And I was like, okay, all right. Left that night. I wrote my letter of resignation and booked another meeting with him the next day and just kind of passed him the letter and was like, hey, so I just wanted to let you know. And this is where I got my like, not revenge, but like kind of just like told him what he didn't think he was ever going to hear from someone in a corporate position. I said, I just wanted to let you know, I was doing this job because I actually loved doing it. I don't need the money from this job to physically live. So you have now taken advantage of me to a point that I no longer can handle that because it's not worth it for me anymore. And I handed him my letter of resignation. And his exact thing was just went like this. OSHI, whatever the word, bad word. And then I was like, and I walked out of there with my Louboutins and left 2 weeks later and have never looked back. And so I tell you guys this because it was a moment in time where I felt like I had the power and I was able to bring back my life to myself. And it came from not even a financial space. It came from a space where for me, a time freedom thing. So I've been working for Monat full time. I think it's going to be 4 years in December, which is crazy, full time, which is awesome, right? So I am now able to literally wake up when I want to wake up, go without my day, do my work, be in any location I want to be in, which was very something that really sunk home for me because I have family all over the place. And if I have to be limited to one desk, it's very difficult for me to see my family. So I am able to do that now. And it's so crazy. And I'm so excited to share this with anyone who is looking for something just a little bit more. If that's bringing you back to your family part-time and you only have to do a little bit more work at work, or, having the goal to be in my position or something like that, this is the vehicle that can get you there. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not saying that it's easy work. It has been still hard work since I left that job. But the thing is when you want something so bad, you can see the vision, you can see the goal. The work doesn't seem as hard as it was when I was working in a corporate world. You know what? As you guys know, we've been up at 3 a.m. doing calls in Australia. To me, it's not like I am stressed about it. It's not like I'm like, oh my God, I have to get up. I'm like, I'm going out there. I am changing women's lives in Australia in literally less than 2 weeks. And they don't even know it yet. They don't even know what's to come, but their lives are going to change like it changed my life. So that's a little bit about me. I'll hand it back to Kat and she'll kind of go over the rest of the presentation.
Thank you so much, Larissa. I don't know about you guys, but that story always just kind of gets me fired up. Anytime that anyone gets to stick anything to the man, I'm like, yes, let's freaking go, right? Because we were not designed to, just like wake up, pay bills and die. right? But we've been conditioned, right? And so there is some conditioning that probably had to get broken down in you over those 2 years that you tortured yourself. But you're literally probably learned the most stuff that you ever learned in those 2 years. So I'm proud of you, Rissa. And I know that everybody else on here is, even the people who haven't met you yet, they'll be super proud of you once they get to know you. But I'm going to kind of walk through our top 10 points here that we have for money. And it's going to be super quick, because any questions that you have, you can either A, stick around after we're done and ask them, or B, you can go to the person who gave you this call and ask them. And you can ask them if you want to go into a three-way call, which is going to be them and someone else who, you know, maybe has a different look on things, where you can ask those like hard questions that I know everybody has. Sometimes they're a little nervous to ask them, but you're nervous. We're not scared to answer them. Just know that. Okay. But I'm going to talk first here about our products and our product promise. So we are gluten-free, vegan, and Leaping Bunny approved. All right. We are committed to using safe ingredients right down to fragrances and colorants. And we have a backbone of Monat exclusive technologies that are patent pending that literally make our products work. We were just chatting the other day and we were saying how, you know, our products went through 2 years of testing before the products even became a product. And they're still going through continuous testing all the time. Right? That's freaking cool to me. And that makes me so excited, because 6 years in, I know the integrity of the brand has not been messed with, right? It is there. It does what it says it's going to do. And we have something for everyone, right? We aren't a line that is predominantly for, you know, basic white girl hair, right? We got stuff for thin hair, coarse hair, curly hair. We got for young hair, older hair, middle-aged hair, perimenopausal hair, menopausal hair. We even got stuff for your dog's hair. And then we branched into skin and wellness, and body care is coming. I was just opening my box and I'm excited, you guys. So then we are also a family. Larissa kind of alluded to that. And it's not just Team Impact, that's a family. Monat itself is ran by a family. And I think that when you look at how that goes, it's inspiring, because I think it's the absolute definition of not just wanting success for yourself, but making sure that everyone who means everything or anything to you is coming and has that opportunity to have success with you. That is what the Netta family has modeled, and that is what we are replicating, and that is why we've had success. We have literally made the process about other people, not ourselves. And when that happens, movements are made. Right? Empires are built. If you don't believe me, try it out and see how it goes, and you're gonna eat some crow. Okay, so we own our own distribution and manufacturing. So right from the moment that the product is made, then it gets distributed through Monat buildings right to your customer store. There is no middleman. There are no additional hands stamping on additional prices, right? It's just going to be what it is from there to there, which is so exciting. And it gives you the power to create and build a business where you're not jumping in. I'm going to let my Canadian show here for a second, but you're not going to be jumping in, firing up that car in -40, having to go around and deliver shampoo bottles, right? That's not something that you have to do. And we're built in a social sharing way, where we're not saying that you have to do parties. You can do parties if you want to. You're more than welcome to, but that is not how you have to work this business. As a matter of fact, you don't have to carry any other inventory than what you want to use in your own house. Right? No amount of your goals that you're going to have for the month have to be hit by your own personal sales. Okay. That's really cool. And that's really powerful right in there in itself. And then we have a scientific advisory board. I kind of already alluded to that a little bit in our clinical testing, but we have an esteemed board of people with like doctors and a lot of other letters behind their names that put their stamp of approval on all of our products and use them on their families. And I think that is so powerful. We have ophthalmologists, dermatologists, trichologists. We have nutritionists, dietitians. We have like family doctor, right? That kind of thing. And they all are using them in their practices, and they're really excited about it. My favorite part that we heard from one of our dermatologists was that if she could, she would bathe in our C Radiance every single day. And I have to say, I agree, right? Like, I'm not like, that is so true. So we're going to kind of jump in here. We're going to look at, we have basically, there's retail, VIP, and market partner. Okay. And I don't want you to overthink these things. Okay. I'm going to kind of describe this to you in a certain little bit of a way. Okay. Retail is literally retail. It's like you are going to get the products, you are going to get them shipped to your door, and you will have the 30-day money back guarantee. VIP then is for the person who likes a discount, likes free things, and likes to have access to sales. But if someone were to ask you or say to you, oh my gosh, your hair looks amazing, and you're going to answer with thank you, then you're probably going to want to be a VIP. All right. Now, market partner, you're going to get a steeper discount. You're still going to get access to the flash sales. You're going to have access to being able to earn incentive trips. You're going to have access to a paycheck. And this is where you're going to find out if you should be a market partner. Okay. If someone says to you, oh my gosh, I love your hair. And you're like, oh my gosh, I've been using Monat. I got it from here. If that is how you fart, like me, I'm that person. Whenever someone's like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt, I'm like, I got it from Winners and it was on sale, right? Like I'm always directing people to where it was. I'm not just the thank you, it's cute, hey, kind of gal. I'm the one that is directing and sharing how people can also. So that's how you can kind of separate yourself, where you're like, am I the thank you girl or am I the direct you girl? Right? And that's how you're going to kind of know where you want to go. So if you have decided that one of those programs is for you, talk to the person who sent you here. They're going to show you different bundles and packs that you can go to get into either of those with at the best discount that you possibly can. I'm going to close here with kind of saying, before I'm just going to share a little bit with you guys about the impact that this business can have, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the global and growing. Okay. So, I mean, I'm sure every person who has an Instagram account has seen the like meme that says like the best time to grow to join a company is when they are in global expansion or they're launching new products. Okay. Well, Monat last year did not go more than 2 months without launching a product. Let that sink in. Okay. And now we're in the midst of launching into Australia. And it wasn't long ago, actually, we just launched into Spain and Lithuania on July 1st is when they started off going there, right? So this is like a crazy amount of global growth happening here in this company, along with massive amount of product launches. As a matter of fact, last week, or I can't remember, it was 2 weeks ago, I don't know. But at Monations, they launched as many products at Monations as we started with when we joined in Canada. Like, think about that. That's so freaking cool and so amazing. But I want to share that part with you because something I always had an urge for, if you ask, like I was always stealing my mom's stuff and like trying to sell it to other people. Like that was how I was going to satisfy my entrepreneurial bone when I was like in third grade and fourth grade. I also tried to sell, I called them king scribblers. And I would just get pieces of paper and I would scribble on them and then try to sell them to people. I was like always trying to think of a way that I was going to do it. I also wanted, that was how my mind worked. And my mom will agree with you here, is like, I wasn't just going to work a job. I was like, I want to be prime minister. That's what I said in 6th grade. I was like, I want to be prime minister. I started figure skating. I'm going to go to the Olympics. Like that was how my mind always went. I've always been very much an all or nothing person. Okay. As you can imagine in life, that sometimes goes one way or the other for you, right? Like, believe me, I was like, I could party with the best of them. I had a great time, but I found myself getting pregnant at the age of 23. I had my daughter. Okay. And that's where my all or nothing personality really paid off, because I was all in on being a mom. I didn't necessarily know that I was going to be a single solo mom and I was going to be doing it on my own. But one thing that I did know that I was going to do was my daughter was never, ever, ever, ever going to pay for the bad choices I made. My daughter was never going to be the one to pay for that. She didn't get a choice to have me as her mom. And so I hustled and hustled. And I'm saying this because I know that there's people out there who are hustling right now and you feel like you're hitting your head against a freaking wall. Right? You're like, because that was me. I couldn't work any more hours in the day. I couldn't charge a certain amount for massages because I had to stick with what was around here. And that's what I was a massage therapist. And I found this opportunity as a way that I could leverage my time to make more money. Okay. And then it ended up being the answer for all of the insecurities that I had as a mother, which was paying someone else to raise my child, which ate me alive inside. Right. I really truly believed I should be able to have it all. I can be that career driven boss, babe, killing it, taking names, having success, and all those things while having my baby on my hip. That's not for everyone, but that was sure as heck what I wanted. Right. And I found a place where I no longer had to apologize for that. I no longer had to justify that. I actually was celebrated for that. And not because I was a mom raising a child, but because I was a woman who decided that what I wanted was exactly what I should have. Right. And so I want to share all of that with you guys. And I want you to really do some soul digging here and just ask yourself, like, have you been delivered on those things that you wanted? Right. And ask yourself if there is something else that you want. Maybe you're like, you know what, I would really love to leverage, that spare 30 minutes I have during the day to create more income that can maybe leverage into more and more time. Ask yourself, could money be the answer for you there? If there's even an inkling and yes, give it a shot. Because I love what our president says is that I can live. I hear this loud and clear. I have never regretted the things I've done. It's the things I have not done that I've regretted. All right. So with that, I'm going to open up for questions. Does anybody have any questions? You are more than welcome. If you don't have any questions and you don't want to hear the answers, you are more than welcome to peace on out, because we don't want to hold you hostage for any longer. I think we did it in 21 minutes. So guys, we did good. We stuck into our promise there. But yeah, any questions, unmute yourself, or you can toss them in the chat there below. If there's not any questions, we're not forcing you to ask any. But we do suggest that you go back to the person who sent you here. And I know there are questions that you might not want to unmute yourself and talk on here. So please go back to the person who sent you here and ask them. You can get in front of us, get in front of some other people and ask those questions as well. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, level up, level up. Awesome, guys. Have the most amazing evening. I hope this made your Monday a little bit brighter and a little bit more hopeful. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.